Hello folks, today I'm going to be taking a look at some of DakkaDakka.Store's miniatures from their Scylla Legion 2.0 Kickstarter. Okay, so I have a big box and a couple of blisters from DakkaDakka.Store via Only Games. The big box contains DakkaDakka backing. I think that takes you straight to their site. And inside the bubbly wrap we have some components. So looks like a strap, big base, and a big marine. Arm, backpack, and head. So looks like it should be a very simple build. Plugs keyed in for the various parts. Head. Oh. Bit of a sprue gate on the head there. I'm going to have to trim that off to get it to fit. But on first blush, as far as the printed components go, crisp, nicely detailed. Majority of the supports have been removed. There's another wee one there. But we'll get it put together and then we'll take a look at it closer and we'll have a look at the single piece models as well. Alright, I'm back and I have built Al-Farat, the first twin. Nice level of detail on the figure. I haven't done a full cleanup on it. There's a few things to point out, but this is obviously something you can get as an STL as well as a physical print, and depending on who's printing it, you know, your mileage may vary if you're printing it at home. So I don't want to make this about the print itself, but there's a bit of cleanup on the top of the halberd because the supports came in the top there. There is a little sprue gate right there that will need to be trimmed off. But regardless of where the sprue gates go, the miniature itself has got plenty of detail on it without being overly fussy, which is always a good thing. The strap I've left off, and like it sits on this big base. So the base itself, which if you don't mind doing a bit of work, he's got one flat foot anyway and one sort of slightly tiptoe walking. You could replace this with a regular base, but widest point to widest point it is 70 millimeters. So yeah, bush. And width-wise, you are looking around 50 mil wide, and he stands from base to eye level a majestic 58 mil and 70 to the top of his backpack, and what's that, 93 to the top of the halberd. So it's a big imposing figure to lead your legions. Quite cute. Loving the 20. If we have a look then at the blister packs, so they come like this if you're getting them printed. Again, the DakkaDakka blister backing, packaging, and then our figure. So This one is one of the Scout Dragon Hunters, unlocked in the current campaign. It's Exod the Quiet, checking in on some form of wrist communicator and rocking the massive sniper rifle with the huge baffle on the end, which I approve of. There's some nice detailing on the gun casing itself. If you pick that up, sort of a bit of filigree work, and the Legion number XX just above the mag port there as well. Scale on the lower greaves is nicely defined, and backpack on and cloak there, again with a Legion symbol on the back of the cloak. So again, some small cleanup to do with the removal of a few sprue gates here and there, but otherwise ready to go from the print bed without having to worry too much about any additional building. Just get them on a base and off you pop. This fine gentleman is around 32mm to eye level and approximately 43 to the top of his comms unit on his backpack. And if I pop him beside his, well, let's face it, probably Primarch. I don't know why Primarchs have got so big. I'm sure somebody will try and explain it to me in the comments. Don't bother. Primarch should be human-sized. Everything is swollen, and I'm not sure why. But he's as big as a leg, so fancy stuff there. Our last is Farakrit, the Dragonborn Lord, and again, he comes well packed. And again, it's another single miniature, or single piece miniature rather, so printed in one go. Again, the repeating dragon scale motif on the armour, in this case also on the top of the cloak, is very nicely worked on. Has a bit of modularity to it. There's modulations across it. It's not just a flat textured bit of scale. No chapter symbol on the back of the cloak. He does have, as does he, that must be a feature, a little shoulder pad for the backpack running across it. Again, scaled. And then around the front, the head of said dragon, and then the helmet is sculpted to mirror the dragon. And then this beefy sword with some writing on it. Scylla Dominus, or Scylla Dominus. I imagine Scylla, because C's generally don't go soft in Pig Latin. That sword will need a bit of hot water or hairdryer to straighten it out. But again, that's only if you've picked up this particular print. So other prints may vary, and your ones at home will probably vary as well. But very understated, brutal command figure. And again, he is around 32mm to eye level and about 44 to the top of that sword. So there we have it, DakkaDakka.Store's Scylla Legion. This is the updated version of said same. So there we have it. You can see then multi-part models or having them printed in one go doesn't really make a huge amount of difference. Really nice level of detail on them. If you're just picking up the STLs, obviously you probably know better than I. The modifications and like you can do for printing, so you can get the individual component multi-part models for a bit more posability. For some of the characters, they're single print and play, essentially. But overall, really nice set of figures, good level of detail on them, and they should fit in on the tabletop beautifully. Let me know what you think below. There'll be a link to the Kickstarter below here, as well as their My Mini Factory and that sort of thing. So you can go and check out their other ranges as well. But let me know your thoughts. Until next time, bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.